You're listening to Rebel Spirituality with me, Sam Goldfinch. Here's the truth. Wisdom doesn't follow rules. So each week we're going to explore what it means to wake up your way so you can live a more peaceful, creative and inspired life no matter your circumstances. It's time to blaze your unique path to truth. Hello my rebellious friends. Just a quick 1-minute update from me. Anyone who's looking to come and join for the next mystery school, it's happening in February 2025, slightly later than originally planned. We're going to start on the 23rd. I've got a few things that I'm up to that I want to get finished before the next launch of the school, because they're going to feed straight into that and the experience that everybody will have. So because of that, I'm going to have a Rebel Spirituality wide call on the 12th of February. It's going to be at 5 p.m. UK, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. If you want any details of that, the best thing to do is just go and join the Rebel Weekly. There's a link in the show notes. I'll be emailing out about that and letting people know about this. But everybody is welcome, whether you're in a program, not in a program, whether you just listen to the podcast each week, whether you're interested in the school or not. It's just a chance for us all to get together. We're going to look in a direction together. I haven't fully decided what it will be, but it will be rebellious. It's going to be awesome. And I'll just be there for everybody on that day. Really looking forward to it. And that's that. Okay, right, without further ado, I'll hand you over to me. See you there. Hey, Rebels. Okay, so I want to talk about confidence today, or perhaps more specifically, the idea or the belief that we could be lacking in it, right? Because I think for many of us, I know this has been true for me in my life and true for many of the people that I have worked with and coached, that people really think they're lacking in confidence. You know, they're like, I really want to have that experience. I want to know that I'm okay, I want to know that I can deliver this with confidence, whatever it might be. It could be professional, personal, it doesn't really matter, you know. But over the course of the last few years and many of the groups that I've been in and some of the insights that I've had, I've started to see that I'm not sure confidence is what we think it is, you know. We relate to confidence as if it's this state, this thing that we're going to achieve or something that we're lacking that we can go out into the world, and usually through some form of kind of skill building or something like that, we can grow in confidence and then we find ourselves in it. And you'll hear things like, you know, confidence is an outcome. There's these different things that we hear in kind of personal development circles and that kind of stuff. But I'm starting to see that really confidence it's just the language. When we say I'm confident, we're using that as a way of describing the fact that we're not feeling insecure in that moment, right? So it's kind of like confidence isn't a thing in the way that we often relate to it. It's not something that you're lacking in. And I'll kind of, through way of a few examples, let's see if I can kind of make this clearer for you, right? So there are plenty of pianists out there, right? Grade 8 pianists who are incredibly competent, okay? Very skilled, but they're really lacking in confidence. They're insecure, right? They're insecure about what other people might think of them and whatever it might be for them. And so they don't feel confident, right? And there are plenty of kids out there who are 2, 3, 4 years old who've can't even say the word piano grade. They don't have any formal training or anything. And there they are bashing around on the keys, completely incompetent, you know, having a really good time, full of confidence because they're not insecure. So there's something really powerful to reflect on and see here, right? I've had a few instances in my life as well. So it's also completely possible that someone feels confident and then starts to describe themselves as not feeling confident anymore. So I give you an example of this, you know. I've known teachers who have gone into teaching and they're really confident, okay? They're not feeling insecure. They're excited to teach and they go in there and they have lessons. I mean, a lot of this is me, by the way, from personal history. You know, you give a lesson and you realize, oh my golly, there's so many things I don't know yet, actually. There's so many things I don't know yet. And in that moment, the insecurity can come in. Oh, what does this mean about me? What identity stuff comes in about us being a teacher, all this kind of stuff. And suddenly we can flip from feeling confident to suddenly not feeling confident. Nothing has changed other than this experience of insecurity. And the thing that's at the heart of this, as it looks to me, is yes, it makes perfect sense to build skill and to build competence. And there are certain things in the world where it's a really, really good idea. Like I really wouldn't want someone operating on me who was really, really confident but didn't have any competence. Like that just doesn't sound like a good idea, you know? Like I'm not saying that there's no value in skill. What I'm saying is there's something else around confidence to see here. And in understanding our insecurities, that can be key, or just seeing them for what they are, seeing that if we've innocently been making what other people think, maybe it's what other people think of us, you know, we're insecure about that, or we've been making it mean that if we can't do something well, it means something about us, when it can't. There's no amount of skill in the world that can add anything or take anything away from who you really are. It doesn't work like that. You're pure being. You're unconditioned awareness. And sure, there are things that appear, and there are insecurities that appear, and there's this, you know, this relative, there's Sam's here, or whoever you are is appearing, you know, this kind of personality's appearing. But it's the identification with those insecurities as us, as meaning something about us, that leads us to a path of not feeling confident. And so it's kind of like a bit of a trick, right? Because we may have evidence in our life of, well, Sam, okay, but there was this time where I got really good at something and then I felt confident. But I'm going to say that they're not actually, it's an illusion, it's a trick, right? What's happened is the insecurity has fallen away over time, and then you describe yourself as feeling confident. But if what I'm saying here is true, it's great news, because it would mean that even as you're learning skills, even as you're becoming more competent, you wouldn't have to feel so caught up and insecure. You could just notice that. It wouldn't mean so much. And you may find moments where you just kind of feel confident, which is more like just remembering the truth of you. And sure, okay, there's stuff to learn. That's okay. There is for all of us, right? No one's brilliant at anything when they first start it, you know? No matter how naturally talented or gifted someone might be. So there we go. That was my reflection for today. And I thought I'd put out a podcast on this topic before, but perhaps not. So I hope you get something from that. I'd love to hear from you if you do. And huge love to you. Go and have an amazing day, week, all that stuff. And I'll see you soon.